Hello everyone and welcome back to my Formula 1 97 Let's Play, and today we've reached round 13 of the championship. Yes, it's Italy from the gorgeous Monza circuit, beloved by everyone, including our driver of choice, of course, Mr. Gabriele Tarquini, who once again is driving in the beautiful Jordan Peugeot car from 1997. Now, I'd have to say that because this is Italy, you know what I'm going to do now, but I'm going to do it properly now because I've been online and I've actually got all the lyrics. So here we go. This song will actually be available in the foyer in about the next 2 minutes, and it'll also be available on Telstar Records just in time for Christmas, so you can buy it for your girlfriend. It'll be absolutely fantastic. Here we go then. Are you ready? Because of course the Grand Prix is from Italy, so that can only mean just one thing, can't it? Yes! Just one cornetto, give it to me, delicious ice cream of Italy, creamy vanilla and chocolate dream, give me cornetto from Walls Ice Cream. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, calm down, all you ladies. Calm down. I know. That's a damn sexy voice, but what can I do? I can't help it. It's the voice I've got, so I've just got to run with it. So there we go. I actually rehearsed that at 8 o'clock this morning. Yes, what a thing to be doing. Anyway, Gabriele Tarquini is going out for his qualifying run. I almost fucked that up. And he's in first place at the moment. Yes, first position for Gabriele Tarquini. Fantastic. Let's have some facts and figures about the circuit from the gorgeous pamphlet which comes with this game, of course. Yes, with the game of Formula 197. So in 1996, pole position went to Damon Hill with a 1 minute 24, and the winner in the end was Michael Schumacher with an overall time of 1 hour and 17 minutes and 43 seconds. Anyway, Gabriele Tarquini is continuing on his way now. Let's see what fan... Oh my God! I have never seen that in qualifying. He's out due to a fuel line failure. I have never seen that. Where does that put us now? I don't know. I'm not quite sure. And, well, we're still third. That was a little bit of a save there for Gabriele Tarquini. But yes, there's an engine failure, fuel line failure in qualifying for round 13 at Monza. Oh, my goodness. Okay, it's time to go over to the legendary now, Mr. Murray Walker.
This is historic Monza, where we're about to see the Italian Grand Prix. The atmosphere here in Italy is electric as the tifosi cheer on their beloved Ferraris to what they hope will be victory. Like many other circuits, it's been broken up by chicanes to reduce speeds and increase safety, meaning that getting the balance between speed and grip right is vital. In 1996, Michael Schumacher gave the crowd exactly what they wanted, a Ferrari win. And he'll be hoping to do it again.
So here we go then, once again, no restarts, no replays. You fuck up here and it is game over as the 5 lights are going to go out. From third position for Gabriele Tarquini, just a Williams and a Ferrari in front, and it's away he goes, very, very cautiously away from the lines. You can see a little bit too cautious because the other Ferrari is actually trying to get past him at the moment as we go to turn 1. This is going to be very, very dicey. He's backing off. You can see he's backing off because he doesn't want to lose his wing, but he's losing a huge amount of places, including one from his teammate Turangalina, who has got past, so he's down to 9th position now. 9th position for Gabriele Tarquini, but he's going to try and see if he can fight back now against this McLaren, as you can see. Now, I'm not quite sure who is in that McLaren, but it could be the famous Hill Race driver. Yes, the Hill Race drivers are going to the next turn. He tries for a move on the McLaren, but doesn't quite manage to pull that off. Has to back off once again, so he's losing ground. And he's got an Arrows, I do believe, behind him now. An Arrows, wowzers. This is going to be absolutely fantastic if he can fight back from this. He's lost a huge amount of places from the line, but he has still got his front wing intact, which is really more important than anything else, because if he loses the wing, he's got to come in for a pit stop, and he would end up way, way, way down the field. Now, I do believe he's going for a 1 stop, so he may be quite heavy. Oh, there's contact with the McLaren. Contact, and he goes off. He's off. He's bent it into the grass. The gravel and everything has now spat him out. Oh, there's more contact. Oh, Jesus Christ, this is going from bad to fucking worse. Absolute disaster for Gabriele Tarquini. He's got damage to his rear wing, which isn't going to affect him, fortunately. Yes, so he's going to be able to carry on, but he's down to 16th place now. That was the Hill Race driver in that McLaren in 8th position. 2.5 seconds apparently behind him, but I think the gap is a little bit more than that at the moment now. Wowzers, as we're just about to complete lap 1 of this Grand Prix and go into lap 2, it's catch-up time now for Gabriele Tarquini. Let's see if he can catch up to the cars in front after that disastrous start into the first turn. This is now lap 2 and we accelerate forward now to, still on lap 2. He's managed to catch up already as he goes onto the grass a little bit there, but he's managed to catch up to the sort of back markers, I suppose you could say, the midfield runners. Yes, the midfield runners. And let's see if he can get past. We've got a Sauber and we've got a McLaren. All of the McLaren tried to dodge in front of him there. He was actually trying to get a little bit of a bead on that Sauber, but didn't quite see Gabriele Tarquini coming towards him. Anyway, we accelerate forward now to lap 3, and this time he's managed to get to the back of the other Sauber car, as you can see, just trying to inch his way around the outside at the moment, but he can't quite manage it. Sebastian Vettel has done a fastest lap with a 1:23.112, and we continue on our merry way for Gabriele Tarquini. Of course, the greatest F1 driver in history of the world ever is trying to get past this Sauber car, but there's just no room. There's just no room at the moment. 14th position at the moment. Now you can see from the times now that Sebastian Vettel is in the lead. George Russell is in second place in that Williams, of course. Robert Kubica and the fellow Williams is in third place. Hulkenberg in 4th position and Daniel Ricciardo in 5th place. So as we go underneath the bridge now, let's see if we can get past this Sauber car, but he seems to be pulling away a little bit, but hopefully as we go into the Parabolica section of this Grand Prix, we may be able to, yes, look at this, he's got a fantastic run. Oh, there's more contact, I do believe. I think there was more contact, but he just managed to squeeze through up into 13th place now, but 15 seconds now behind the leader, Sebastian Vettel in that Ferrari, of course, on lap 3, as we accelerate forward now to lap 4, and he goes past one of the Tyrrells, I do believe. I think that may have been either Lulu or Valtteri Bottas, and he's got a huge clusterfuck of cars ahead of him now. We've got, I think that's both the Prost. That's either Regina Hertz or Carmen Jorda. Well, it's one of them because they're both ahead of him now as he goes past the first Prost. Yes, up into 11th place now. So he's going to try and see if he can do a move on the second Prost, which has got a car in front of them. So they are going to be slowed down on lap 4 now. Wowzers. I'm giving myself an ice cream headache once again after that. Let's see if we can catch up to the back of this other Prost car as we go once again underneath this little bridge and underneath the Renault Laguna sign. Yes, fantastic. Just looking at all the signs of it. Look, Candy. Didn't they used to make washing machines or something like that? I'm not quite sure, but I think that was them, wasn't it? Candy, yes. Sadly, I don't think they're going anymore. Well, they might be somewhere, but I haven't seen them in the UK for quite a few years. Anyway, coming down now to the Parabolica section and getting very, very close to the gearbox of the car in front. As I say, that's the Prost car, either Carmen Jorda or Regina Hertz. And once again, Sebastian Vettel's on the fastest lap of a 1:22. And as you can see now, we've got a run on this Prost car, and we managed to get past up into 10th place now for Gabriele Tarquini. 10th position on lap 5. His next target is one of the Arrows cars, but this is going to be very, very dicey once again as we go through this very, very complicated chicane section, and he dives down the inside of the Arrows car. Is he going to get past cleanly? Yes, he does. Up into 9th position now on lap 5. 9th place for Gabriele Tarquini at the moment as we accelerate forward now to lap 6. Yes, lap 6. Sebastian Vettel is still out in front as we go underneath the Ford Escort sign now. The Ford Escort. Oh my God, who remembers them? Yes, no more unfortunately, but there you go. I used to have one myself. Anyway, Turangalila is currently ahead of us now in 6th position. No, cars have come into the pits, so Gabriele Tarquini has made it up to 4th place. Yes, 4th place now. Loman Grosjean is currently the car behind us as we accelerate forward down to lap 7. Still 4th for Gabriele Tarquini, just coming round to the start of the finish line once again. Hulkenberg is ahead of us in 3rd place, but let's see if he's going to come into the pits on this lap. As I say, Gabriele Tarquini is going to stay out for 10 laps of this Grand Prix, just do one stop. Yes, just one stop. George Russell is still there. Oh, Jesus Christ, that Ferrari got very, very close to us there. Almost contact, but he gets past, so I don't know where he is now. He's up into 2nd place for Gabriele Tarquini in Monza. Fantastic on lap 8 of the Grand Prix. Lap 8 and up into 2nd position. Oh my goodness. And he's got a fastest lap as well, with a 1:19.939 in the Jordan Peugeot. How can this be possible? Oh, as he skips over the chicane there. Well, anything's possible in Formula 1, and it usually is. As we accelerate forward now to the end of lap 8, going into lap 9, still in 2nd place. No! Hold me back, someone. Hold me back. Someone hold my drink. But yes, Gabriele Tarquini is now in the lead of this race on lap 9. But don't get too excited because unfortunately he's going to have to come in for his pit stop on the next lap. But at the moment, just revel in the glory of being in the lead of this race as we accelerate forward out to lap 10. You can see that the skies now are going a little bit dark, so it could start to rain a little bit later in this Grand Prix as we go underneath the escort sign once again. Yes, Dave loves an escort. As he comes into the pits now, or should I say our driver comes into the pits, Gabriele Tarquini, for his one and only stop, and he's got to have a new front wing and a new rear wing. Wowzers. Of course that contact very, very early on in the race. He's put on 11 laps of fuel, which is going to see him right to the end. We always put in an extra little lap just in case of the fuel, just in case we run out. We don't want to do that right on the last lap, do we? So we rejoin now. And wait, did I just see some rain? Did I just see some rain on the circuit? I'm not quite sure. It may have been a graphical glitch there from the absolutely fantastic Formula 1 97 engine, but I'm sure I saw a little bit of rain. Anyway, you can see the stickers to denote that these are brand new tyres for our driver of choice, Mr. Gabriele Tarquini. And he's oh my goodness, is he still in the lead? I think he's still in the lead, yes, on lap 11, everyone. He has got out in front of everyone else and he maintains the lead as we accelerate forward. Oh, Jesus Christ, did you see that tool going very, very slowly there? Very, very slowly indeed. Almost a disaster for Gabriele Tarquini on lap 11. Almost, but he still holds on to this lead. Oh, on the grass as we accelerate forward to lap 13. We've got some back markers now, of course, to try and negotiate past. One of those is a tool. That's either Lulu or it's Valtteri Bottas that we've got to try and get past. But I'm just reveling in the fact that we are still in the lead. We went into the pits and came out in the lead. Unbelievable scenes. So George Russell in the Williams is currently in second place, 2.2 seconds behind us. Sebastian Vettel in the Ferrari is in third position. Romain Grosjean is in fourth place. As he once again skips over that chicane a little bit there. And he's still trying to maintain pursuit of the car in front of him, but they seem to have pulled away a little bit. As you can see, their little black dots have completely disappeared now as we go once again into Parabolica, the favourite corner name for Dave ever. It sounds so bloody rude. Yes, bloody rude. Anyway, we come around the corner now to start lap 14, which means, of course, that cars could be coming to the pits. But, of course, they're all back markers for Gabriele Tarquini now because he's in the lead. Yes, he's in the lead. So lap 14, still in the lead for Gabriele Tarquini as we accelerate forward now to slow on lap 14. He's managed to catch up to some more back markers. While those was the Minardi, but he manages, oh Jesus, it's about the fourth time now he skipped over that chicane. About the fourth time he has skipped over the chicane. As we accelerate forward now to lap 20. Well, unfortunately, it's the last lap of the race. The cars behind haven't managed to catch us as Turunga Lila is trying to put a move on the Sauber here. Now, what is Gabriele Tarquini going to do? Is he just going to hold station behind Turunga Lila, or is he going to go for a move? Well, this is going to be very, very dicey indeed. If he's sensible, oh Jesus, he's not that sensible because he's trying to get past Lila there. That was lucky, very, very lucky indeed. Of course, she's completely unsighted there because she's trying to get past this Sauber, so she won't be expecting this other Jordan to try and sneak past her. But Gabriele is now 49 seconds ahead of George Russell in that Williams. Wowzers. What a performance from Gabriele Tarquini in this race. Absolutely mind-blowing how fast he has been at Monza in this Jordan Peugeot. Anyway, this is the last dying corners of this Grand Prix as we once again for the last time go underneath the candy sign. And it looks like we are going to win this race for Gabriele Tarquini. He's going to get very, very close to the back of Turunga Lila in that Jordan. Is he going to go for a show finish as we go around the final turn of Parabolica? Is he going to... No, seems to be pulling away. Oh, I don't know though. I think he may be. What's he going to do? Come on, Gabriele. Be sensible now. Be sensible. He's got... Oh, Jesus, he's not being sensible at all as he crosses the line. Wowzers. Whew. That was exciting. So there you go, a win for Gabriele Tarquini. George Russell in second, Sebastian Vettel in third place. In the Drivers' Championship now, we are in third place with 45 points. Sebastian Vettel still in the lead with 59 World Championship points. George Russell in second place with 54. Wowzers. Absolute wowzers. And as you can also see, after 13 rounds in the Constructors, we are still in third place with 56 World Championship points. And Ferrari just nudged ahead of Williams with 97. Oh my goodness, so it's time to move on to the next round now. It's round 14 of the championship. Have you guessed where it is yet? Yes, of course, it's the A1 ring in Austria, used for the first time in 1997. Again, I should say, it was used in the past, but used for the first time in 10 years in 1997, and there's just 6 seconds left to qualify, and unfortunately it started to rain, and Gabriele Tarquini is going to end up in 18th position for the race. Oh my goodness, that's not good. That's not good at all. So there's the final finishing order then. 18th for Gabriele Tarquini, 1st for Sebastian Vettel. Over to Murray Walker.
Hello and welcome to Austria. The A1 ring here in Zeltweg is the scene of this year's Austrian Grand Prix. This is a virtually new circuit for the first Grand Prix to be held in Austria for 10 years. In 1987, the race was held at the Österreich Ring, famous for its fast open curves. But they've dramatically changed it to one of 2.7 miles of tight bends and short straights. The mountain scenery, though, is absolutely magnificent. German racing fans are delighted to have a second Grand Prix in their country again this year, and they're hoping for a win from their national hero, Michael Schumacher, who lost out last year to his young Canadian rival. They'd like to see their new hero, Heinz-Harald Frentzen, win too. Drivers seem to like this 2.8 mile circuit, even though the flow's broken up by the final chicane.
Blimey, Murray lads, what a load of waffle. Yeah, I think we got it. Anyway, as you can see then, the 5 lights are going out once again for Gabriele Tarquini, starting from 18th position at the A1 ring in Austria, and it's go, 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 so away he goes. Now he's got to be very, very cautious into turn 1. Very, very cautious indeed. He goes past both the arrows. He's got a Minardi though, crowding him in front of him as he goes into the first turn. This is going to be tight. Very, very, oh, there's contact though with the Minardi. Oh, it's disaster once again for Gabriele Tarquini. He's got damage to his rear wing. I don't know what's happened to the Minardi. I think he's dropped back a little bit, but he's holding on to 16th place as we climb up the hill now. You can see the gorgeous background of the A1 ring. You can see all those very, very tall trees as he drives very desperately to try and get around this turn. It's a very, very tight turn in Austria, very, very tight indeed, and unfortunately with the controls of Formula 197 it's a little bit difficult to get round it, a little bit difficult because there's a little bit of undulation as you come around that corner, and it actually unbalances the car, and if you brake too hard you actually find that the car seems to sort of pivot round as you come round. It's very, very difficult to get round that corner. Yes, cool, look at me, I started to sound like a professional then. Anyway, still on lap 1, and still in 16th position at the moment for Gabriele Tarquini as we go past some more famous signs from 1997. We've got Esso, everyone, and we've got Q8. I don't know what that is. I can't remember what that is. Q8, was that something to do with petrol? Was that Shell? I'm not quite sure. Anyway, it's a very, very short lap in Austria, as you can see. Very, very short lap as we've completed lap 1 already, and we're tracing hard on Pierre Gasly, who's currently in 15th position as we accelerate forward now to lap 4 of the Grand Prix. And unfortunately we have lost a position and we've now been pushed off the circuit by the Sauber car, so it looks like we're now going from hero to zero. We've got just no performance in this car, no performance in Austria whatsoever. Anyway, Charles Leclerc is currently in the lead of this race in the Ferrari. Sebastian Vettel in the sister Ferrari is in 2nd place. George Russell in the Williams is in 3rd position, and we are now down to 17th place for Gabriele Tarquini as we accelerate forward now to lap 6. There are cars now coming into the pits, I do believe. Well, there's one. I think that was a Sauber as we go past the pit lane on lap 7, so he's gained, I think, 1 position, maybe a couple more as we once again go through that torturous turn 1, and climb up the hill, and we're still holding on. 14 laps remaining. Yes, but where are we? Where are we in the positions? Well, race driver's in 5th place. George Russell's in 4th. Leclerc is currently in the lead of this race on lap 7. Yes, currently in the lead. And we are now in 13th place. Thank you very much for telling me so promptly. It helps with the commentary so much, it really does. Yes, 13th position now. Unlucky for some, but hopefully not for Gabriele Tarquini as we accelerate forward now to lap 8. Going past the pits once again. I think another car is coming in. Yes, we just see it off to the background there. I think that was a Minardi though, so I don't know if we're going to beat him. There's a Sauber coming, I do believe, and yes, we have come up in the positions now on lap 9, and there's a car coming out. I think that was another Sauber come out of the pits. Wowzers, are we going to get past up into 7th place now? 7th position, going for 6, and yes, we are now in the World Championship points for Gabriele Tarquini. The crowd is going absolutely mad now, absolutely mad, as once again we go over that. Do you see what I mean about that undulation? Do you see the way that the right front actually sort of tipped up in the air as you go round? Yes, very, very difficult to get round that corner. Anyway, this is now lap 9, going to lap 10. There's more cars coming into the pits, so we've made it up into 4th position now for Gabriele Tarquini, and he's got the low fuel indicator, which means it's time to make his one and only pit stop. And I'm not quite sure how well he's going to do in this race. I'm not quite sure because he's in 3rd place, but he's got to come in for his stop. And of course the other cars, well, at least the 2 stop cars are going to have to come in around about lap 14, so we really don't know what's going to happen till about lap 15, where Gabriele Tarquini is going to finish. Anyway, at the moment, he's got a Williams car right up his Keith Nadels as we go underneath the Fuji sign now. Yes, the Fuji film sign. Are they still going now? I can't quite remember. I'm not quite sure if Fuji is still going. I don't think they are, unfortunately. Of course, they used to make like camcorders and stuff like that, didn't they? And tapes, that was it. Fuji tapes. 8mm camcorder tapes, if anyone remembers that far back. Yes, back to the VHS days. The VHS days and the Betamax wars. Oh my goodness. I didn't participate, I just bought a VHS and said fuck it. Anyway, it's now time for Gabriele Tarquini on lap 10, which is pretty much exactly half distance of this race, to come in for his one and only stop. Now I think he's going to have his rear wing changed, because of course there was that collision on the first lap. Yes, and a new front wing as well. So he's going to put in a standard 11 laps of fuel, but it's going to be a very, very long stop. Look at this, 7 seconds, 8 seconds stop for Gabriele Tarquini, and he's going to rejoin now, I think in 11th place, but there could be more cars coming past, because he's got to rejoin after the turn. As you can see, the barrier is there, so now he rejoins, and I think he may be in 12th position, is it? Maybe 12th. He's got ahead of one of the Minardis, you can see once again, as we accelerate forward down to lap 14, and he's in 30, he got the 13th place, going past the pits now. Cars are coming though on lap 14, as you can see, going to lap 15. Those are the 2 stoppers. Some are only stopping once, some stop twice, but the 2 stoppers have come in, which means Gabriele Tarquini is now into 11th place, but he's 55 seconds behind as we accelerate forward down to lap 15, going past the pits once again. There's more cars coming now. I think that was a Sauber there and an Arrows and something like that anyway have come in, and I think we've got a car just coming out of the pits, and it's a Williams, and we're up into 7th place now. Yes, 7th position on lap 16 for Gabriele Tarquini, but the car in front is a Williams, and I don't think he's got any chance of catching that, so I don't think at this point in the race that Gabriele Tarquini is going to get any points, as we once again have to go around this very, very tight turn. Very, very tight turn indeed. He's going to give it a go, but I don't think he's going to be able to catch this Williams, because the Williams, of course, in 1997 was the far superior car to this Jordan Peugeot. Yes, very, very superior. Anyway, we accelerate forward to lap 17, and once again there's another car coming out of the pits, and it's another Williams. Wowzers. So this is, of course, either George Russell or his teammate, of course, Robert Kubica. But it doesn't matter. No, wait a minute. This isn't a Williams. This is a Benetton. This is a Benetton, which means this must be the car in front. Oh, my goodness. Who is this? I'm not quite sure. But Sebastian Vettel is still the lead in a Ferrari. I didn't quite get the livery right there. I was trying to look at the screen at the bottom, and I just looked up and went, wait a minute. That's not a Williams, you sponge. That's a bloody Benetton. Anyway, we accelerate forward to lap 19, going to the last lap of the race. And unfortunately, it does look like Gabriele Tarquini is not going to score any points as he tries to get past his Arrow, sort of sneak down the inside. You can see the skies are very, very dark, and I do believe now on the last lap it is just starting to rain, but unfortunately that rain has come down too late. Yes, look at this, we are 7.476 seconds behind Nico Hulkenberg on the very, very last lap of the race, which means absolutely zero chance now of managing to catch him. So we are going to finish just outside the World Championship points. There's only one thing you can say about that. Bugger, absolute bugger, as he goes past the Arrows there and through now to the final corners of this Grand Prix at the gorgeous A1 circuit. Looks like Sebastian Vettel is going to win the race. He's 1.4 seconds ahead of Charles Leclerc, so yeah, it looks pretty certain in 1997 standards anyway. And George Russell is still in 3rd position now. So we go through the final turns. Is that rain? Is that rain coming down? I can't quite see. I don't know. I wish it had come down about 5 laps sooner, then we would have been in the box seats, and I think we may have at least got 4th place in this race, but unfortunately today it is not to be for Gabriele Tarquini, because he crosses the line in 7th place just outside the World Championship points. Bugger. So there we go.
Ralf Schumacher.
So after that race, Sebastian Vettel won it. Charles Leclerc in 2nd, George Russell in 3rd position. Carlos Sainz in 4th, Robert Kubica in 5th, and Nico Hulkenberg in 6th, and we finished in 7th place. Okay, let's go now and see where we are in the championship standings. So you can see there 7th place for us after the race. But if we go now after 14 rounds, we're still in 3rd place with 45 World Championship points. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. There will of course be more excitement, more intrigue and more drama later.